Good morning YouTube, it's Saurabh from Electric City, and today I'm taking you with me on a road trip, and this is going to be my range test. Just for your information, I'm starting from Ascot and we're driving all the way to Bath, and the plan is to come back on one charge. Each way it is 90 miles. I'm not keeping my hopes high because outside temperature is okay. It's currently sitting at 10 degrees. Car is fully charged. It's at 100%, 233 miles, what it's predicting. Just to walk you through the settings of my car before we just go. So on driving, I've put it on eco. Energy recovery is on high. Energy saving mode is on as well. I've done 1,000 miles, 1,050. There's another video which is on its way, which will tell you exactly what I've done with my 1,000 miles and what I've been getting as far as range is concerned. So you stay tuned. I'm going to be walking you through. I've planned my route on Zap Map. Zap Map is telling me that I do not need an extra charge, so I should be able to go there and back on one charge. But again, it's the end of November. First long distance. I've done 150 miles already without any issue, with I think 28% left still on the battery. But this one is all on motorway. We will see. We've got a lot of rapid charges on my way there as well. Never used them on the motorway. But yeah, I'll keep you posted, and we'll see you at our next checkpoint. You stay tuned. So here's our first checkpoint, 76 miles to go. And if we talk about the battery, we have 94% left with 222 miles to go. Another checkpoint, we have got 61 miles left, making good progress, and the battery is 86% left with 200 still miles remaining. And if you see the battery consumption, we have used 7 kilowatt hours so far, no regen benefit. This is not my book, this is my wife's. All right, we have 40 miles left. Regen is still 0 and 12 kilowatt hours used so far. 74% battery left. Here's our first stopover, 62% battery with 143 miles left. We have 18 miles to go, and if you talk about the battery regen, 16 kilowatt hours so far with still no regen benefit. So final 10 miles to go, and we've still got 55% and 122 miles left on the battery. Here we are, we have reached our final destination, and the final result is 51 battery left and 120 miles.
Faster than A4, Pewsham Way, Chippenham.
I managed to reach Bath on 49% charge, so 51 still left. However, when I reached this car park had a crazy queue to get in. However, there was one space available for electric car. I had to charge it as well, so you can't just park there. So it's a paid car park from Osprey, I think this is what it is, but it's called Revive as well, so I think that is what maybe the child company of Osprey is. 48 pence per kilowatt hour, even though it says around 22 kilowatt charger, but it was an AC adapter, which is fair enough because I did not need a fast charge. So I left the car for 90 minutes because that is what the regulation was, that you cannot charge more than 90 minutes. If you do, then you'll be charged with £10 overstay. So in short, I took in 10 kilowatt hours. My battery has gone from 51% to 74%. And the miles remaining have gone from 120 to 166. Distance to home is 83%. I will let you know how I got on once I reach home. Right, so I've just parked up. This is an interesting one. So I covered 169 miles. So let's call it 170 miles up and down from Ascot to Bath and back. And from 170 miles, around 20 miles were B roads, some town driving, and around 150 miles were motorway. I'll be very honest with you, I was cruising at 62, 64 miles per hour. Just to summarize this, I started at 100 miles. My guessometer told me that I could do 232 miles when I started. Of course, I started on eco, high generation, and energy saving on. I reached there 90 miles, around 89 miles, and battery remaining was 51%, and miles remaining were 120. I had to charge it, as I mentioned, that there was no other option, which I'm glad I did. So I topped up within an hour and a half. I topped up the battery by another 10 kilowatt hours. So percentage wise, it had gone up from 51% to 74%. And miles wise, the range went up from 120 miles to 164 miles. Started driving back. It was another, I think, around 80 odd miles. And again, no traffic whatsoever. Very windy. Temperature wise, it was around 12 degrees, so quite warm. Probably, considering this time of the year. And very windy, as I said, drizzling, not too much of a rain. Heater was on and off. And look at this, I reached back at 23% left. And this is exactly what I had added from that charger. So does that mean that if I hadn't charged, I would have reached home at 0%? Not sure. I was curious on doing that without charging, but I'm glad I didn't, because I had a little one, my wife with me as well. Every service station had chargers, so I'm not sure that would have been a problem. But I think if I hadn't charged, I definitely would have stopped, maybe topped up for another 5-10 minutes, added another 40 miles or something. But this was an interesting test. So if I say I used 100% battery and I did 170 miles on my speedometer, or on my computer, if you see, this is from the last charge. So last time I started from Bath back, 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour. Surprisingly, it was exactly the same, 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour driving there. Tell me in the comments, what would you have done? Would you have charged it there? If you had 51% left and 80 miles to do, would you have taken that chance? I'm not sure if you are the regular EV driver or if you drive MG4. Do you think the last second 50% of the battery drains quicker than the first one? I'm not sure. A little confused, but interesting. You tell me what you would have done. Drop in the comments. And as always, you look after yourself, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Happy driving.